Imagine your life as a small, cluttered room. Every item inside, every possession, relationship, and commitment occupies space and, more importantly, drains your energy. The vibrant paintings, the piles of objects, and even the worn-out furniture may once have served a purpose, but now much of it simply crowds your space and dims the light. In the same way, the emotional baggage we carry, past relationships, outdated ambitions, and meaningless obligations, weighs down our spirit, clouds our judgment, and disturbs our inner peace. In the modern world, we are bombarded with noise, material desires, emotional entanglements, societal pressures. We cling to people and things out of habit, fear, or the illusion that they complete us. We become attached not just to what we have, but also to how we think things should be. But what if there was a different way to live? The ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers a powerful alternative: the art of detachment. Detachment is not about becoming cold or indifferent. It's about achieving clarity. It's about letting go of what no longer serves your purpose, whether that's physical clutter, emotional burdens, or toxic relationships, and making room for growth, peace, and spiritual liberation. In this video, we'll explore 12 timeless Stoic strategies that can help you master the art of detachment, not as a form of loss, but as a gateway to freedom. Each principle we'll cover is grounded in ancient wisdom, but designed to meet the challenges of modern life. Stick with us, because what you're about to learn may just change the way you see everything, including yourself. And before we dive in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below if this message resonates with you. Your support helps us continue sharing these insights with others who seek clarity, peace, and strength. Let's begin. Recognize the impermanence of all things. Life is change. Everything you see, feel, or experience is in a constant state of transformation. Relationships shift, careers evolve, emotions rise and fall. And yet, we suffer because we resist this truth. In Stoicism, embracing impermanence is essential. When you understand that nothing lasts forever, not joy, not pain, not even your closest connections, you begin to loosen your grip. Detachment, then, is not about apathy, but about acceptance. This shift in perspective fosters appreciation. You begin to cherish people and moments more deeply, not because you own them, but because you understand they are fleeting. This deeper gratitude removes the fear of loss and invites peace into your daily life. Create distance to gain clarity. Sometimes the best way to understand what a relationship or situation truly means is to step back from it. Taking time apart is not running away. It's choosing perspective over impulse. When you temporarily distance yourself from a person, object, or commitment, you give yourself space to think, feel, and reassess. What once seemed essential may suddenly appear irrelevant. What you clung to tightly may no longer feel necessary. During this pause, focus on self-discovery. Reconnect with your inner values. Engage in activities that nourish your spirit. Through this, you'll find that healthy detachment often arises not through force, but through clarity. Separate needs from desires. Many of the things we attach ourselves to are not needs. They're desires disguised as necessities. Understanding this difference is life-changing. True needs, such as love, health, safety, and self-respect, are non-negotiable. Desires, on the other hand, are often fleeting. They're shaped by ego, peer pressure, or marketing. They promise happiness but deliver distraction. Stoicism teaches us to return to simplicity. Ask yourself, do I really need this, or do I just want it? Through honest introspection, you begin to see the excess, and in that moment, detachment becomes effortless. Gratitude for what you already have deepens, and with it comes peace. Accept that change is inevitable. We often resist change, fearing what we might lose, but what we overlook is what we might gain. To detach effectively, you must accept that life is a series of seasons. Friendships end, jobs change, people grow apart, and that's okay. When you stop resisting change and begin embracing it as a natural law of life, you release the weight of attachment. You start to flow with life rather than fight against it. This acceptance doesn't dull your love for people or experiences. It deepens it. You stop taking moments for granted. You become more present, more alive, and more prepared to grow. Use rational thought to evaluate connections. Our emotions are powerful, but they're not always truthful. Many attachments persist simply because we haven't stepped back to look at them logically. Ask yourself, does this relationship support my values? Is this situation helping me grow or holding me back? What are the real consequences of continuing down this path? By shifting from emotional reasoning to rational evaluation, you begin to uncover the truth. Often, we stay attached out of fear, of being alone, of the unknown, or of change. But once examined through a Stoic lens, many of these fears dissolve. Detachment begins when you realize that not everything you feel is worth keeping. Focus on your core needs. Your attention is your most valuable asset, and yet much of it is spent on things that don't truly fulfill you. To detach with purpose, you must identify what actually matters: your health, your purpose, your peace, and your growth. Everything else is noise. When you focus on what's essential, the unnecessary starts to fall away naturally. You'll find that many of your past attachments were simply distractions from your core needs. And with every piece you let go, you gain something far more valuable: your energy, your time, and your sense of direction. Step into new experiences. Detachment isn't just about letting go. It's about moving forward. One of the best ways to weaken old attachments is to embrace new adventures. Learn a new skill. Travel somewhere unfamiliar. Meet people who challenge your thinking. New experiences refresh your mind and reset your priorities. They show you who you are beyond your attachments. They remind you that you're constantly evolving, and that growth is more fulfilling than comfort. The more you expand, the less you'll cling to what once seemed so vital, not because it didn't matter, but because you've outgrown it. Practice daily reflection. In the rush of everyday life, we forget to check in with ourselves. That's why Stoicism places great importance on daily reflection. Every morning or evening, take time to sit quietly and examine your life. Ask yourself, what am I holding on to? Is it still serving me? What can I release? Journaling these insights helps you track your evolution. Over time, you'll notice patterns, recurring fears, outdated attachments, or new desires emerging. This practice grounds you in the present and sharpens your awareness of what truly matters. Reflection is the mirror that shows you what to keep and what to let go. Build resilience. Through hardship, detachment requires strength, especially when facing adversity. But it's through life's challenges that we become most capable of letting go. Resilience means knowing that you can recover, that pain won't last forever, that letting go, though difficult, leads to growth. When you embrace hardship as a teacher rather than a punishment, you become less dependent on external sources of stability. You begin to trust your own inner strength, and that trust gives you the courage to release what no longer serves you. With every challenge you overcome, detachment becomes not just possible, but empowering. Accept reality. As it is, one of the greatest barriers to detachment is denial. We cling to fantasies, how we wish things were, rather than how they are. But Stoicism teaches that peace begins with acceptance. You can't always control what happens, but you can control how you respond. Acceptance is not surrender. It's clarity. It's the moment you stop fighting what is and start living in alignment with truth. When you accept reality, you stop wasting energy on illusion. That energy is then freed for what matters: growth, peace, purpose. Letting go starts with facing what is real. Confront the fears behind attachment. Behind every attachment is a fear. Fear of being alone, of failure, of losing identity. To detach, you must first name these fears. Examine where they come from. Are they rooted in past trauma, childhood wounds, or societal pressure? Once you bring these fears into the light, they begin to lose power. You realize that many of them are outdated or irrational, and in that realization, you reclaim control. Detachment is often less about letting go of things and more about letting go of fear. Nurture healthy, supportive relationships. Detachment doesn't mean cutting yourself off from love. In fact, the opposite is true. When you release toxic or unbalanced relationships, you make space for ones that are nourishing and real. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, shared growth, and freedom, not dependency. These connections help you grow stronger, not smaller. Surround yourself with people who inspire you to become your best self, who honor your boundaries, who support your evolution. When you do, you'll find it easier to detach from the harmful and the hollow, because you've replaced them with something genuine. Conclusion: letting go is a form of liberation. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the Stoic art of detachment. As we've seen, letting go is not just about loss. It's about making space. Space for clarity. Space for peace. Space for growth. Each item, emotion, or relationship you release creates room for something deeper and more aligned. It's not abandonment, it's transformation.